Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Dillon Show. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. Wow. What a showdown. What do you think about that, Ben? I'll smack the shit out of both of them, but I can't get the sponsors. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. I will open hand smack both of them in the ring. YouTube is taking over boxing. Now everybody wants to box. All the social media stars are like, let's just fight people in a ring. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
There's no new ideas on the planet. Mm-mm. There's just a repackaging and rebranding of new ideas, you know? I mean, of old ideas. But that's okay. People like fighting. People like to watch the fight. I get it. What if I fight Leah Remini on behalf of Scientology? What if I go to David Miscavige and say, I will fight Leah on behalf of you and your organization, which she has so unfairly maligned? But this is going to be an interesting fight. Logan much bigger. Floyd's 5'8". Logan is 6'2". Floyd is like, weighs much less. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's 43. Logan's 25. Floyd is 50 for 50 in terms of fights and wins. Logan is 0 for 1. He fought KSI. But Logan's an amazing athlete. But Floyd is one of the greatest boxers that's ever lived. I mean, Nate, what's his name? Nate Robinson was an amazing athlete, but got clocked immediately.
Yeah.
Just out, because that doesn't matter in a fight. Doesn't really matter that you're a great athlete in a fight. Fighting's its own thing. I spoke to Rogan about that. I say give them guns. Let them in the ring, but give them guns. That's what I think. If we want to fight, let's really fight. Wouldn't it be more entertaining if you were sitting in the Staples Center and two guys went in the ring with guns? I mean, truly, it's America. Wouldn't it be a better fight if two guys went in with weapons? Why? And let's be honest, I'm genuinely asking this. Why do you think at this point in our country we aren't fighting to the death? What keeps us from that? Like, there's just a shred of humanity left, maybe. Like, the veneer of civilization just very, ever so slightly keeping us from just fighting to the death. Why are we not watching YouTubers fight each other till the death in a cage?
I think that's coming.
Probably. I mean, it's what would be next? What would be next? I mean, I imagine that that's coming down the pike, is that people would just fight each other till one of them died. Mm-hmm. And then it would be like, everybody would be like sad, and then be like, okay, that's all right. Moving on. But I don't know when this fight is going to happen, but it is, people are really talking about it. People are very excited about it. And Logan and Jake really one up each other. You know, Jake won, and a few days later, Logan's like, hey, fuck that. Let's. Hey, I also got news. Good for them. That's what we need. We need brothers that keep each other on their toes, you know? I'm an only child. It's very hard. CBS Sports goes, retired but undefeated boxer Floyd Mayweather announced on Instagram Saturday he is set to have a boxing exhibition with YouTube bozo Logan Paul. While details are scarce, the event is set to take place on February 20th. No fight card, location, or venue was announced. Yeah, it seems very loose right now. There doesn't seem to be much.
Right.
Nothing's really, you can't really pin anyone down on this. Logan's an athlete, man. He's a good kid. I like him. He's always, when I need something or I have a question for him, he always, calls me back, and he's a very busy kid, so I respect that. I think that he gets hate from a lot of different corners of the internet. Some of it is understandable. You're a young kid. You're good looking. You fuck hot chicks. You have a lot of money. People aren't going to like you. And I also think that anybody that grew up on the internet and has all of everything they've ever done and said There's an archive of it. They've embarrassed themselves multiple times, and they've said things they wish they hadn't said, and they look back and they cringe. But kids like that had to make every mistake publicly, and even though they've evolved and they're probably better people than they were, they're still kind of judged by a lot of the mistakes that they made.
Right.
You know? Like, people are still judging Jake Paul on the interview he gave 4 days ago, and I'm like, he's evolved. He's evolved. Will you let him grow? Will you not let him grow? People are like, well, it was less than a week. It's like, oh, enough. People grow. They change. This is such an important story to me. Olivia Jade has spoken out about her mother, Lori Loughlin, who's in the can. Did you see they put Lori Loughlin in the can?
They made an example of
her.
They
put her in the can. So Olivia Jade, her influencer daughter, went on Red Table Talk, which is Jada Pinkett Smith and her mother named Gammy. I mean, what hell? Can you get up exactly what Red Table Talk is? Because it sounds like a night. It's like Jada Pinkett Smith, who has dyed her hair Santa Claus white because she's an alien. And then her mother as well, I believe. Red Table Talk is an American web television talk show starring Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith, and Adrian Banfield Norris that premiered on May 7, 2018 on Facebook Watch. Red Table Talk provides, quote, a forum where the perspectives of 3 different generations on a wide variety of topics are shared. So it's Jada, whose hair is Santa Claus white. I mean, she looks like, literally like the spaceship is coming for her and they're picking her up to take her to the new planet, which I think is what she believes, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they Scientologists?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
She believes that. So she believes that. By the way, all of these people, like, I love that Olivia Jade, who's I'm sure a retard, but she's sitting there and she's got to take shit from Jada Pinkett Smith, who's part of a cult that destroys people's lives, right? Am I wrong here?
Let's confirm.
Yeah, let's do that before I get sued. Oh. Okay. She's not a Scientologist.
But a lot of people thought she was.
Well, I did. Well, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm wrong. Her hair's still fucking nuts. So
she took courses at the church, to be
she
fair.
took courses at the church. Okay. I don't want to listen, I'm not trying to label people. All I'm saying is this. This is like some show where her and her mother and her daughter, the Smith family, they're an odd family. Can we say that without bringing up Scientology? Can we just say that they're odd? Jaden and Willa, I mean, they're very wealthy.
Yes.
Very successful, but they're strange, right? I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being strange. Hey, I'm strange, right? We're all strange, but it's an odd family. So Olivia Jade, the influencer, whose mother, Lori Loughlin, spent money bribing where? Trying to get her kid into what? University of Southern California. Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannulli, were accused of paying $500,000 in bribes to get their daughters admitted to the University of Southern California, which, by the way, I mean, it's not even a good school.
It's not a nice school.
It's not even a good school.
No.
But I love the idea of this because my family, my application for Nassau Community College was filled out by my friend Erin Carroll in the Holy Trinity Library. And I didn't even fill out my own application. My parents were, I always missed, the scene in The Sopranos where Tony takes Meadow to visit colleges?
Yes.
It's on the episode of The Sopranos. I never had that. Did your parents take you to visit colleges?
No, they just assumed I was going to the private Christian one. Yeah.
Right. So I envy the people whose parents were like, hey, we're going to take you on a college trip. But my father didn't go to college. So what's he going to do? Drive me around? He can't relate. So he's not going to drive me around. He didn't go to college. He's a dropout. He's a dropout like me. Break the cycle. So we have Lori and her husband that are at least doing the good move. Now, of course, it's a racial issue. Because everybody's pointing out that by bribing the college so that her daughter, influencer Olivia Jade,
Olivia Jade.
I hate these people's names so much. I hate them so much. I hate the names, you know. Olivia Jade. Also, Lori Loughlin, was on Full House.
Oh, right.
She was big on Full House. But that was it. This is not Meryl Streep here. Yeah, she was on Fuller House and then she was on Full House and then Fuller House. Wait a minute, she went to Hop Hog High School? Go up there. Wow, she's a Long Island bitch.
How about that?
Yeah, she's a Long Island bitch, Lori Loughlin. I didn't know that. So she likes to throw around a little money, get what she wants. She wants the best education possible for influencer Olivia Jade. So now Olivia Jade goes on Red Table Talk. Can you get it up? Because Jada Pinkett Smith's mother is not having it.
Let me find the clip.
Jada Pinkett Smith's mother is like, listen, you white devil. Don't come here and try to sing a song.
Tonight, the younger daughter.
And I
respect
much to say, except I'm so.
Okay,
Tonight, the younger daughter.
Now, by the way,
Lori
so
Loughlin
CBS has to pause this for a second. If you're obviously you're listening to this, Patreon is audio. We know you lament that all the time. Why isn't it? I don't want to buy some milk. It's audio. It's an audio medium. Okay, many of you are ill. You need to keep staring at things. This is an audio medium. Do other things. Do other things while I speak. Work out. Sit, loaf, lean. Fucking need to stare at a fucking thing. But if you are watching along with this, you'll notice that Red Table Talk is just this red table with these 3 generations of black women staring at this white moron, influencer Olivia Jade, whose mother is in the can. What can is she in? I want to go visit her. Can we visit Lori Loughlin?
Absolutely.
I want to go visit Lori Loughlin. The can, she's from Long Island. I didn't know that. What if we bring Tina 40? You know Crazy Tina?
Oh, yes.
The Tina 40, she's got a voice like this. She's like, I told you motherfuckers, if you vote for Biden, you vote for Obama's 3rd term, motherfucker. Trump won, motherfucker. She's like this crazy Long Island woman, and she's just in the street at every rally being like, Trump won, you snowflake motherfucker. And that's how Long Island is represented to the world quite accurately. So I want to show up with Tina 40 to visit Lori Loughlin. And
That'd be a great episode.
Loughlin will be held at a medium security correctional institution in Victorville, California, 2 hours from LA. I would really like, but now because of COVID, I fear that this can't happen. I would really like to go visit Lori Loughlin. Can someone make that happen? Can we reach out to influencer Olivia Jade?
Limited video visiting for most prisons, it looks
Well,
like.
I'll Zoom with her. Call CAA and ask them if we can do a Zoom meeting with Lori Loughlin, who's in the can in Victorville. Okay, so let's watch this CBS thing. We've got Olivia Jade breaking her silence on the college admissions scandal. She says she was the poster child of white privilege. Olivia Jade.
Actor Lori Loughlin is opening up about the college admissions scandal that got her and her sister into USC and sent her parents to prison. Here's CBS's Carter Evans.
Like, I'm not trying to victimize myself. I don't want pity. I don't deserve pity. We messed up.
Olivia Jade Giannulli reveals her parents, Lori Loughlin and Massimo Giannulli, did not tell her about the admissions scandal, but she quickly found details online and confronted them.
They didn't really have much to say except like, I'm so sorry. I really messed up in trying to give the best to you and your sister.
On Facebook Watch, the social media influencer told Red Table Talk host Jada Pinkett Smith she initially didn't see anything wrong with her parents' $500,000 scheme to get their daughters into USC.
I walked around my whole 20 years of life not realizing, you have insane privilege. You're like the poster child of white privilege, and you had no idea.
Both parents are now in prison. Loughlin has already served 1 month.
She gets to really rethink everything that happened. Hopefully will be a blessing in the end.
Carter Evans, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Please find the clip where we got to get, because Jada's like sweet to the girl. Jada's mother's like not having it. And that's what's really great. Okay. It's like Jada Pinkett Smith's mother's like, girl. Like there's some of that going on. Where influencer Olivia Jade is like, I just want to like think about like my mother and I just don't even, the privilege. And then like Jada Pinkett Smith's mother's like, girl. I think there's something like that.
Should we pause it and try to find the clip?
Let's pause it. We'll try to find the clip. We'll be back. Please watch this. Let me tell you right now, Jada Pinkett Smith's mother's face is worth watching this fucking interview. Maybe we'll edit a supercut of it. It's so good to just watch her face because she knows she's being used. The mother, Jada Pinkett Smith's mother's like, this white demon bitch is coming on here to rehabilitate her image and talk to a bunch of black chicks and be like, I'm sorry, I just don't even know. Don't even know. And the faces that Pinkett Smith, you're like she's being sweet and her daughter Willow's being sweet, but the mother is just like, fuck this shit.
Right.
Like, why are you coming on here to tell us something? Why are you going to 3 black women? You know what you want to accomplish here. This is a curated decision by you and your team to come on this show. You didn't come on the Tim Dillon show. Right. You didn't do that, did you? Right. Which is a very popular program. You didn't come on the Tim Dillon show and come clean, right? You didn't go on H3H3. You didn't go on the Joe Rogan Experience. You know, you didn't go hang out with Nelk. That's what you would have been doing if you were in college, I guess. But here's what you did. You went and you talked to 3 black ladies you wanted to get out of jail free card. Now, play this because this is just great. And please watch this, folks, if you can.
So let me ask you if you have a clear understanding of what white privilege really is now.
I understand that just based off my skin color, I already had my foot in the door and I was already ahead of everybody else.
Right.
I think 100% I can recognize that. Going forward, I do want to do stuff to change that and to help that. And I had a really cool experience a few weeks back where I went downtown in the Watts area and I got to work with some kids in this after-school program, and it was kind of just shifted my whole mentality because when I was sitting with them and talking to them, and they all were so little, but they were so grateful for that education, that after-school place that they could go away from their neighborhood to come back and have a little freedom and focus on their schoolwork. Right. And I was watching all of them, and I was thinking about my situation and that I took all of that for granted. I didn't think that I was lucky to have that. I just expected it because that's what I grew up around. So it was a big shift in my head knowing like... By
the way, she's wearing a pink satin, like, what would you call like a suit? You're wearing like a pink satin pantsuit or something?
Like a Hillary Clinton thing.
Yeah, but like pink satin. And the looks that Jada Pinkett Smith's mother is giving this girl I'm just taking a photo of it. I'm going to put on my Twitter. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's just absolutely, it's just absolutely amazing. But we wish the best for influencer Olivia Jade and, her mother, Lori Loughlin, and Felicity Huffman went away too. Now, where did they all live? They all lived in an area where they were doing this to just get the kids into college, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I mean, everybody was just throwing cash to get their fucking mediocre rich kids into school. And Felicity Huffman did this. It's all like these actors and actresses from the 90s. And even before that, and they're all just trying to get there. And where did she live?
Bel Air.
Bel Air. Lori Loughlin, it's so funny. Go back to where she lived, dude. She grew up like in the town next door to me. It says Oceanside, Long Island. Go up there.
I'll show you right here. Yeah, so she moved to Long Island from Queens, right here.
Oh, she moved to Hauppauge. Okay. Wow, she went out to Suffolk. Very interesting, man. And then she's getting out of jail soon to be reunited with influencer Olivia Jade. I want Lori Loughlin to go on Red Table Talk. Should I go on Red Table Talk and talk to Jada Pinkett Smith? My first thing is like, why does everyone think you're a Scientologist? What happened? How did that get confused? Good for her mother though. She just the scowl on her face. I just tweeted it. The scowl on her face to me is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love that. Well, I wish everyone the best. We're in lockdown in California again. Nothing new. We're building our new studio. Our new studio should be ready on the 1st of January, if not a little before. Mm-hmm. And we're excited. We're having a custom table built. And we have a new logo for the show. Not the podcast art. That'll be the same, the podcast art on Apple. But maybe we change it. Maybe we change it based on how this new logo goes over. But, I think that people are going to like the new studio, and I think people are going. Rogan is moving, I think, his studio.
Oh, again?
I think he's going to try to do a ranch or something.
Nice.
What is the feeling out there, by the way, about the Spotify? I'm wondering, is the show being behind a paywall on Spotify, is it less relevant than it was? Hard to say.
I thought they were going to keep a Clips channel to still have stuff in the news and everything.
Well, have they? Because they're claiming they have. Can you check?
I haven't found it. I've been looking for it.
Well, why don't you look for it? Ben said to me today, because we started a TikTok, which please go follow.
Yes,
Tim
please
Dillon
follow
Show
the
on
Tim Dillon
TikTok.
Show.
Ben looks at me and he goes, are we going to hire someone to do the social media? I said, we're going to hire someone to do it. Yeah, his name's Ben, and he's already been hired.
They haven't posted in a week since they went behind the wall. So,
but do you think these clips, because there are clips from Spotify exclusive episodes on the channel, so do you think these clips are just going to lag a week?
Well, why would they lag a week though? I wonder if that's in the contract. I'm not sure.
Right. I mean, listen, you can't turn down the kind of money he got for this deal.
No.
But you think about it and you go, was this the move? I mean, pro and con. Pro, his podcast was the biggest in the world. Mm-hmm. He sold a business at its height, which is what you want to do. If you build a business, you want to sell it, and you want to, unless you're going to pass it down to your family. Obviously, podcasting doesn't work like that. I'll take it. But it's not like you start famous cookies and then you hope the next generation of your family makes the cookies. It's like you're a massive star and a podcaster and you've got this business. Now you sell it, and he sold it at its height. I don't see how it could have been I don't know how it could get any bigger. I don't know how many guests he could get that would be bigger than the ones he's already had. I think maybe you're looking at Donald Trump and Louis C.K. But I don't even think Louis, I think that would be big, but the longer it goes on, it's people, look at the Kanye episode, right? It wasn't.
And the Chappelle episode.
Yeah, I think that he made a good move financially. I'm just wondering if, and a lot of people are wondering this. This is not, I'm not like speaking out of turn. And I'm sure Joe is wondering this. I haven't really spoken to him about this, but he has said like, we'll see what happens. Like he's very aware of that, he's going on another platform and he wants to see how the show changes. I mean, it's a 3-year deal, right? Mm-hmm. But when he was on YouTube, he was just part of the conversation all the time. And I'm wondering if that's going to be the case.
So I guess we were confused. They just get to keep the Clips channel, but not upload new content, I guess. So people can still go back and watch some of their favorite moments if they don't have Spotify. I guess that's.
Well, wait a minute. I'm looking at clips on this Clips channel from a week ago.
Yeah.
Is it possible that next week all of these clips come out?
Maybe it is possible. Maybe Spotify has an agreement that like after a week after the episode's
I'm
out,
just wondering, and I have no knowledge of this, but I'm wondering if that's possible. But YouTube is looking for the next big podcast. That's really what it's looking for. And obviously you have H3H3, you have Impulsive, you have a lot of them. But there's not many that are really funny, right? I think it's me and Red Table Talk on Facebook Watch that are the really funny. Imagine influencer Olivia Jade coming on this show. I mean, could you just imagine the reaction? Like Lori Loughlin's in prison and she's like, what is my daughter doing? She's on the Tim Dillon show. No! I didn't go to jail so you could go on the Tim Dillon show with Candace Owens, you whore. Shut up, Mom. Mom, I went on the show because I listened to it and I heard this black woman named Candace and she said that actually we never did anything wrong and we're actually beautiful. And that actually we're doing really good and I should go to college and I shouldn't really worry about those kids in Watts because whatever, they're living their own life. That's their experience. Whatever. I'm doing Nick Schwartzen as Olivia Jade somehow. I love that when she goes, I went to Watts and I met these kids in Watts and then just the look that Pinkett Smith's mother shoots her like, hey, tread carefully here. These little kids in Watts, I just love them. They're their hair is so it's like a Brillo pad. It's so cute. You touch it and they were so cute. I love them. They look like little frogs. They have these cute little fat faces and they're like little frogs. And I didn't even know why I was there. I was clearly there for Instagram. I'm partnering with an education company that gives kids pencils that they can't stab each other with. And so I was there and it's called Safety Pencil. And it's just because, many of those kids, they grew up around violence. So they're violent. So we're trying to give them pens and pencils where they can't kill each other. So I partnered with them and I just went to Watts and it was so cute. And of course I stayed in the car, but they brought the kids near me and they had to mask them up because of COVID. But I had them pull their mask down and just take selfies with me because they were so adorable. They're so cute. I mean, that's kind of, where that was going. That's where Jada Pinkett Smith's mother thought that was going.
Yeah.
You know? I'm really thinking about my privilege, and that's why I started reading, Dr. Martin X. And it's, to me, it's so important to, understand that, white people are, bad. So, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry I was so mean. I didn't even know I was stupid. My mom had to explain to me. She's like, Olivia, people like you because you're hot. You're stupid. You're not even going to get into college. I had to, take $500,000 and give it to the dean, and I almost had to fuck him. And I was like, Mom, I'll fuck him with you. She's just saying all of this. Jada Pinkett Smith's mother's looking at her. She's like, oh, child. Oh, child, you a demon. You a demon woman, child. Let's check some headlines here on the good old Drudge Report. Taming of the flu. First man to get COVID shot in UK is named William Shakespeare. They're now saying that when you get the COVID vaccine, you are going to have to still wear a mask because it'll protect you from getting sick, but you still could be asymptomatic, contract the disease. You won't get really sick from it, but you can still contract it and spread it. So it's crazy. So we're looking at now first man to get COVID shot in the UK is named William Shakespeare. Deadliest week so far in the USA. Hospitalizations go higher. This holiday season is going to be a tough one. There's no way around this. We're not going to have a vaccine immediately. People are going to hunker down. There's going to be a lot of blood in the water in terms of jobs to be lost, unfortunately. And we're trying to figure out a way to do some charity stuff here over the holidays. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we are trying to figure out a way to do it. I did adopt a family.
Oh, nice.
I did adopt a family, and I thought, and I have their names, and it's actually I think it's very important, if you can adopt the family. So I have their names here. It's they're like little kids, you know what I mean? And they're cute little kids. And this is a family. They don't tell you what the family's gone through, but they said it's tough times. Mm-hmm. Why are you smiling at me?
Are you about to do a bit?
It's not a bit.
Okay.
It's not a bit. I don't know why you always think everything's a bit, because it's disgusting that you think that. It's disgusting that you think that I would do a bit about something like this. I adopted a family that's had a rough time, and I'm going to give them money. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, here are their names. Eric, Donald, Barron, Tiffany, and Ivanka. Now, they didn't tell me much about them, but they said they had been through something very traumatic as of recently, and they needed help. So I'm going to help them, Ben. And it's not about like doing bits or like having a podcast. It's about like, it's about giving back like Lori Loughlin's daughter does in Watts. Okay? It's about giving back. Should we team up with influencer Olivia Jade and adopt this family? I don't even know what their name is. Triumph or something. The Triumph family. And they are having a very tough time because they live in a bad neighborhood, I guess, because all that I know about them is supposedly they were stolen from. They said they were just stolen from and they want someone to stop the steal. This is what I was told. So I've now adopted that family.
So it's like a marginalized family. You feel like they're
a marginalized family that's fallen on tough times.
Yeah.
They've been through something traumatic. They've had something supposedly stolen from them. This is as per them. And they need some startup capital to get back on their feet.
That's so nice of you.
I mean, I don't know why you're laughing. I think you don't adopt shit. You don't adopt anybody. You don't care about anybody except yourself and golfing. You just want to golf all the time and stare at a fucking green. Stare at a little ball. Should we try to get someone to beat you at golf when things open up? Should we try to get the best golfer, like as a fan of the show, to try to beat you at golf? Because I'll never be able to do it. I'll never be able to beat you at golf.
Yeah, that'd be a fun vlog thing we could do.
I think it'd be fun because I'll never be able to. Now, I fantasize about beating you at golf because I know that's the real way to hurt you. But I'll never be able to do it. I've actually considered quitting the show and impoverishing both myself and you while I trained for years, Legend of Bagger Vance style. And then I didn't see that movie. I just know it was about golf. Who's Will Smith's in that too, right?
Yeah, he plays the spiritual Negro in the film.
Ben.
That's the words. I'm sorry.
Ben.
I'm sorry.
Ben, this is a lot of our income. This is Patreon, okay? Do you have to go on Red Table Talk right now and apologize to Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith, and her mother? Can someone book Ben on Red Table Talk on Facebook Watch, please? Because he's dropping N-bombs here, left and right. How about no? So I've always thought, like, this guy that this college dude who I was supposed to hang out with, he got COVID twice. Yeah, he's a good-looking college dude who's like straight, but also not straight. But he's like, this is his second time having COVID.
How far apart did he get COVID?
I don't know. It was like a few months or something. But, I mean, they're just partying hard. They don't give a fuck. But I also think maybe one of them was a false positive or something. But these are real conversations now. You'll be like, I'm trying to suck your dick. And somebody's like, I got COVID. It's like crazy. The FDA says Pfizer's COVID vaccine is safe and effective, but trial participants warn of intense symptoms after the second shot. What do we got? Tell them what they've won. What do you get after the second shot? Tell them what they've won.
I'll show you right here.
Benjamin, tell them what they won.
So this guy said he woke up with chills and he was shaking so hard he cracked a tooth.
Hey, so what?
He said it hurt to even just lay in his bed sheet.
It's fun. You're getting a synthetic virus in your arm.
And then here, this kind of contradicts the article, doesn't it?
The FDA said that while side effects of the Pfizer vaccine are common, there are no specific safety concerns identified that would preclude issuance of an EUA. Be prepared for the second shot. Muscle pain, chills, and headache. I mean, listen, I hope everybody's okay, and I hope we get to go back out in the world. I don't know how we're going to go back out in the world. I don't know if it's going to be this vaccine or if it's going to be some combination of that and herd immunity. But it does seem like this vaccine is going to happen. And I'm not excited about it. I've been very honest about that. It doesn't mean that I won't get it eventually when I feel that it is safe or whatever. And I think to do my job, to make a living, to go around the country and the world telling jokes, I'm unfortunately going to have to get jabbed.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much of a choice, unfortunately. So I don't really love the idea of this. I'm hoping I could get it like 1 year and then just stop getting it. Because that's what I did with the flu vaccine. Like I never got flu shots. I got the flu shot when I was younger, but I've never gotten the flu shot. And I've never gotten the flu.
Right.
So I don't love the idea of this, but maybe the vaccine works, you know? I don't know. Or we have a whole world of problems. You know? I mean, I'll tell you this, like, I'm just ready for the next thing. And we've got some really interesting projects and fun projects that we're working on here. And we're excited about them. Because we need to look forward right now because it's very dark. We need to look forward. You know, there's a lot of people right now that are in a death spiral in terms of the way they are thinking, their thoughts, and you need to get out of that and you need to look forward, you know, because things are going to change, not immediately, but they're going to change. And, you know, I just think that we should all kind of remain, I mean, you know, me telling you to remain positive is hilarious, but remain somewhere between throwing yourself off your roof, you know, and, you know, you don't have to be walking around with a smile plastered on your face 24/7, but I do think you should laugh at a lot of what's going on if you can, and try to help people if you can, which is why we are going to adopt the Triumphs, the Trumpies, the Trumpus family. I don't even know how to pronounce. How would you pronounce it? Trump. How do you pronounce it?
Trump.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you now thinking what I'm thinking? Do you think I adopted the Trump family?
It sounds like it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm giving them money.
How much are you giving them?
Giving them a lot of money. They wanted $100,000 a week. I told them I couldn't do it, but they said they'll negotiate something less. I thought that was a lot of money to request. They wanted that money to, quote, piss on the grave of Roger Ailes and show the people at Fox News that Americans needed a real media empire. I'm just kidding, folks. Some people are so happy. They're like, we're happy. We're happy you adopted the Trumps. No, we are going to try to do it. I don't know how to do it. I mean, do you know how to do it? I've asked you 9 times to find me a family to adopt, and you've done nothing. I mean, truly, I've asked you so many times to figure out a way for both of us to do charity.
No, I was thinking we could do like a YouTube thing where people donate, and then from the
For
donations.
what? To who?
I think probably hunger is the most important thing right now.
I understand that, but who's getting the food?
The kids.
Who? Where? I want to make sure that it's not going to some bureaucrat in Washington, D.C. Who's using it to fucking inflate a budget. Why are you laughing?
Like it's like human trafficking.
No, but I'm not even kidding. These charities are full of shit.
Yeah.
I want to find a charity that is very stable and very public, where it's like the contributions you make are very public and everyone can see them. Mm-hmm. Do you understand?
Yes.
Like, I want to go meet a family and give them money. Like, I want to show up to a family's house and give them money. And then maybe I want to see them first, and then maybe we leave without giving them the money if it doesn't fit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what if we open the door?
Yeah.
What if we open the door, we start talking to the dad, and he's like, I love Gary Vee. I've always wanted to own my own business. We're like, you got to fucking go to work, dude. He's like, I'm just more of an entrepreneur. I'm like, give me my money back. This is horrible. No, but we need to donate. I really want to do something. I want to, like, is there a way that we could take like 10,000 or something and buy a bunch of toys for kids?
Yeah, that would be great for Christmas. We could do a local LA thing. Absolutely.
What could we do? But you keep, I need something specific from you because you keep doing the dodge. You go, we could do a little local LA thing for the kids. You know what? Holiday toy drives in Los Angeles. Dude, I want to do this. I'm going to do it.
Oh, yeah. So I used to do Toys for Tots. I forgot about that one.
Now, what is that? When did you do it? What do you mean?
When I was like in the Boy Scouts, I helped with the Toys for Tots thing when I was a kid.
Weren't you a tot?
Yeah, but like you help bring the toys to like people. I vaguely remember doing.
They
Toys for
shame the
Tots.
poor children with other children?
Oh.
It's a good idea, huh? Hey, look at this guy. He's not fucked. He's got a toy for you.
We did something like Toys for Tots.
You did nothing. Toys for tots.
So we can donate right here on Toys for Tots website.
Ben, you're not getting it. And I've explained this to you 19 times. I want to feel like I'm doing charity. Just giving money to some website it doesn't make me feel good. I need to feel good. This is about me and them. Do you get it?
Yes.
It's not about just them. It's about me and them. Mm-hmm. I want to see people cry at the joy when I show up to their home with something. And I want a mother to cry, go, you didn't have to do this. I'm going to say, yes, I did. And this country should have done more for you. And she cries and she goes, you didn't have to do it, but because you did it, it changed our lives forever. And I want that to happen.
So we need to do a David Dobrik style knocking on doors.
I think we do.
Yeah.
I think we have to knock on doors of, I don't want to go to really bad neighborhoods. So they've got to be like lower middle class. They have to be people that have just fallen off. It can't be bad neighborhoods, Ben.
I know.
I don't want anyone really poor because the reality is then I'm going to give them money and then I'm going to realize that it doesn't even help them. That's really defeating. When you hand someone money and you go, fuck, this isn't enough. So they can't be really poor. It has to be lower middle class neighborhoods, people that have just lost jobs. But where it's not that obvious yet and nothing smells. Do you know what I mean? Are you helping? Are you Googling? These are families.
Yeah. So like in terms of areas, I have some ideas in mind.
What are your ideas?
So probably I think
is there a bad area of Malibu, for example? That's like it's kind of like it's people in like but it's like an area of Malibu that's like not good. It's like a stretch. It's a stretch of apartment buildings that are a little seedy. Like there's an old guy there and he just smokes weed and he just walks around with his dog.
Yeah.
So what were your ideas?
I was thinking we probably stick to the valley. I don't think we go south of the 10 to deliver toys to anybody, right? We stay north of the 10. We can't really do Hollywood. I don't want to do Hollywood or West Hollywood.
No,
yeah.
but I want to do.
I think we go like Van Nuys, like around there. Go up to Chatsworth, those places.
This is what I'm envisioning. We open the door and it's like a nice kind of house. Hold on. And the dad.
God damn it.
The house is like kind of nice.
Okay.
And the dad is there and the mom's there and the mom is like, they look like they've been through it. And like they've got a really sad story. He's like, my mom died of COVID. We're like, we're so sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I just want to make sure that everyone's having a good Christmas. And they have like a son and he's like 18 or 19 and he comes downstairs and he's just wearing his boxers. It's the morning, and it's kind of like, it's uncomfortable because he walks down and it's like, he's a little exposed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's a young, healthy guy and it's the morning. So he's a little like, it's like, whoa, look who's here, Yeah. And he kind of giggles. He looks at us and then he giggles and he's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, oh, no worries, dude. I totally get it. And then like, he puts his like pajama pants on and then he comes back downstairs and he's like, hey, I just want to thank you guys for doing this for my family. And we have like an envelope of, I don't know, money. So we give like the envelope of money to the father and the mother. Okay. And then you're like, you go wait in the car and I fuck their son. So you see, okay. It's everything at once.
Yeah.
It's like they go, okay, they're like, we're gonna go out and take a walk, and then I get to have an hour or two with their son. Really, an hour's fine, and then not even 45 minutes is totally fine. And then I get back in the car, do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of Christmas,
Yeah.
Like, because they had a trouble, because his grandmother died of COVID, and it's very sad. It was people like you and Ben coming here and like giving my parents money so that I can face fuck you on our dining room table is so meaningful Do you know what I mean? So is there a situation? What I want is to help people who will let me fuck their son, who is hot, like who will sell me their son. This is what I'm trying to find, and you don't ever figure out like what this is. Like, so that's my question. That's the question. What if we give money to influencer Olivia Jade? Should we have influencer Olivia Jade on the program? Please, God, someone that knows her, get her on the show.
That would be funny to have a toy drive in Bel Air.
I mean, should we do a video of like handing out money in Beverly Hills? Should we do that? Tim Dillon hands out $10,000 in Beverly Hills.
We hand real money.
Tim Dillon hands out, let's do the video. Tim Dillon hands out $10,000 in Beverly Hills. I knock on the door of mansions and I hand them $1,000.
They'd take it.
They'd absolutely take it. They'd absolutely take it.
We give Lori Loughlin and all of them like $1,000.
Should we just donate money to Lori Loughlin? No, we are going to find a family. I know we kid around so much on the show, and it's almost like I'm a comedian, but we are going to try to find a way to do it. You know who's good at this? My friend Michelle, Crazy Michelle. Crazy Michelle knows how to help people. Let's call Looney Tune right now.
So I know like last Christmas, people go door to door and stuff. I wonder with during COVID, I wonder if they're doing door to door stuff still where they hand out, or if they have like a breadline thing with toys. I'm really not sure.
I don't know, Ben. Is this coming through the Rodecaster?
Is your Bluetooth on?
It should be. It's on in the car. Let's call Crazy Michelle because she actually knows about this shit, dude. It's on Rodecaster now.
The mailbox belonging to.
Well, I don't know what she's doing. She just had the Cove.
Yeah, she did.
She had that Cove, son. I wonder if I had it in March.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I think I gave it to you. And you were asymptomatic. And then you gave it to your brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got sick.
Very sick. He got sick the way you got sick.
Because we're big guys.
Yeah.
And you're a little bitch. And you got nothing. You don't have anything inside of you. No feeling, no soul. Asymptomatic people, by the way, they just found out, asymptomatic people don't have souls. Isn't that interesting?
Huh.
I didn't realize that. Ben does not have a soul. But we are going to do some good charity stuff. I know that we kid around, but I mean, I do feel like this is so bad out there now that we got to do it, whether it's food bank or whether it's just giving money to people directly or shit like that. Like, it is fucking horrible out there, and I do want to help people. So we're going to do something like that. I get really skeptical about places like the Red Cross.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I get skeptical, I get very skeptical about the Red Cross. And I just don't want to end up giving money to some CIA front company. No, dead serious.
I know.
So many charities are like fronts for intelligence, operations in other parts of the world. And I mean, it's just, I want to make sure that we can do something really, really good for people, and that, families, people that don't have money, that don't have toys for kids. I really do. And I'm dead ass fucking serious about it. I do want to do that. I just don't want to give it to an organization where I don't know if I trust the organization. And I don't want this to be political. I don't want this money going to elect fucking, people. I want it to go to actual kids that need toys and that need fucking food. And that it's not easy to find those fucking charities out. It's not. Because I know a lot of people that have tons of bad experiences with those charities, and I want to make sure that we can. So I've always loved the direct approach of like just showing up and giving people money.
Same.
I mean, there's something about that, and obviously not putting it on YouTube, but like literally just going like, hey, I know this is going to someone that needs it because I'm literally giving it to them. There's no middleman. I'm not donating to like some website. I'm actually giving somebody in need money, So, but I also don't want to insult anyone. I don't need to do, this is not ego shit where I'm like, I don't want anybody on camera. I don't want any of that. God forbid. I don't want to ever, but I want to figure out a way to do this where it can be like, I feel like if it's not me doing it, maybe I'm too well known to do it, or it's awkward or weird if I do it. I'm not even that well known, but I want you to do it. I want to know that the money's going to the people, and then at that fucking point, let's do it. Yeah. I just want to be safe and careful because so many of these organizations are fronts. They're political. They're weird. You don't know what's going on. It inflates a budget. They're building a new office and it's like, what the fuck? I don't want to pay the salary of anybody that works at any of these organizations. I don't want to contribute to their bottom line. I don't want to contribute to their operating expenses. I want to give money directly to fucking families that need it. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And there's somebody told me, and dude, and people that are in jail, literally people that are in jail that need to fucking get out. Because there's so many people in jail right now for nonviolent drug offenses. There's so many people in jail for ridiculous reasons. I will also donate to legal funds or defense funds where people that have been fucked by this government can get out. I just don't know. I'm talking to certain people that are smarter than me or that at least more involved in that world than me. I mean, dude, the fact that there are certain people, like I'm going to donate. I read about this one case. I'm going to fucking donate. It's a fucking woman who's been railroaded. She's in fucking jail, nonviolent. Have you heard about these things where like people go to jail for like voting in a different district or shit like this? It's like crazy.
Oh, really?
Or sending their kids to school in like a different district. There's this woman named Ghislaine Maxwell who is being railroaded by the government because a guy she knew, and this is what's insane, a guy she knew fucked some hoes. So I'm donating to her and the Trumps. And they know each other. So when I adopted the Trump family, they told me about this other woman who's being railroaded. That's all I'm saying, folks. Lots of new shit coming. Very exciting. Meetings all the time about new shit coming down the pike. And I'm really pumped about it. And I think Ben is really pumped about it. We're pumped about the show. Thank you to everyone supporting the Patreon. We really do appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who bought the not Life in the Big City, the fake business merch. And that should be out. You should have that before Christmas. And, I'll put you guys all on the Instagram. I'll tag you and maybe get a few followers out of it. If you're hot, I'm kidding. Do it anyway. You might get followers anyway. Throw some pictures modeling the merch, and we'll put that out. And we're really excited about that. We're working on this. We're going to tease this. I don't want to officially announce it, but I'll tease it because it's the Patreon. We're working on bringing Ray Kump out here in January to do a New Year's Eve spectacular. A Tim Dillon's Going to Hell, 2020 is Going to Hell live event where you get a little ticket and you get a 3-hour live stream on New Year's because nobody's going to be going anywhere. And probably, we're going to do the countdown, the ball, the biggest news stories of the year. Like, I'm kind of really excited. Ben will produce it. It's probably going to be a 4-hour event, 3 to 4 hour event with me and Ray, probably 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and then probably even 12 to 1 a little bit. It'll be a massive event, and we're trying to do that. And when there's a ticket link, when there's more information on that, but me and the great Ray Kump recapping all the great stories of 2020, including the saga of influencer Olivia Jade. So, and her mother. But we're teasing that. But we're going to try to, we believe we're going to do that. We think it's going to happen. But we're trying to make everything happen. Obviously, we want Ray. We don't want to do it on Zoom. Ray's either going to come out here or we're not going to do it. But we're trying to get Ray out here. We hope that New York's not going to go fucking crazy, martial law, draconian, your immunity passport to get out. I don't know. We're just hoping we can get him out here the holiday week and do that because I think that would be very great. All right, folks. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week. We've never really missed a Patreon episode, have we?
We've never missed a Patreon episode.
And how long have we been doing this?
This is like episode 68 or 69.
Is that true?
Yeah, because we launched last September.
It's only a little over a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
A year and like 3 months.
A year and 3 months. But subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can, because, you know, Rogan has 10 million subscribers and we have 205,000. That is a real chasm. You see? So if we're going to kill him and take his audience, if we're going to destroy him and become the top, we have to, it's a lot of work. What if we donate money to him? What if we give money to him? What if we send him money and go, hey, we know it's tough, man. Dude, you're not even on YouTube? Dude, did you get deplatformed? Dude, you're not even on YouTube. What water is this, by the way, this Fiji water?
What do you mean?
I don't even know where it came from.
Oh, that was Tony's. Yeah, it's from the gas station, I believe.
Oh, did I just drink out of it?
No, you didn't drink. I gave you a glass right there that you finished.
I'm just playing with it.
Yeah, you're just playing with it.
I don't like him leaving his things here. Take your things. All right, folks. Any parting words?
We're working on a lot of stuff. We're excited. You know, you summed it up. It's the end of the year. There's so many new things happening right now. It's kind of insane.
They listen to this for you.
That's what they say.
They listen for you. Ben's wife tells him all the time, she goes, that fat ape always talks, and when you should be talking, and he always interrupts you, and you giggle like a little bitch instead of telling him to shut his fat mouth. And then you talk. He's a liar and a pig. He's the pig liar. I was like, well, and one day I'll kill him. You keep saying that, but you never do, you faggot. Are you going to kill him or not? Yeah, one day I'll kill him. I'll hit him with a car. I'll hit him with a car one day. I promise you I'll hit him with a car. You better kill him. All right, folks. Be safe.